The history of Jordan extends through the pages of the Bible, from the book of Genesis to the life and ministry of Jesus and beyond. We'll be visiting the baptism site of Jesus, Mount Nebo, Anjara, the birthplace of the prophet Elijah, and Mount Urus. This is the setting of many of the stories that continue to affect us all. Pilgrims have been visiting the Holy Land of Jordan from the time of the earliest Christian communities. They come to touch and see the physical manifestations of their faith. This is Bethany beyond the Jordan, the place where John baptized Jesus. Beautifully preserved in a natural state, surrounded in trees, sprinkled with baptismal pools and ancient churches, this site will transport you back to the time of Jesus, and even many, many years before. Elijah and Elisha walked in this area. God parted the Jordan River, and Joshua led the Israelites across into the Holy Land in this spot as well. Bethany beyond the Jordan is one of the most important religious sites in all the world. Being in these holy places gives you new eyes to see even more in the Bible than you realized was there. Your faith will take on a whole new depth when you visit this remarkable land. Moses and his people arrived here at the plains of Moab. The Bible tells us that God told Moses to climb from the plains of Moab to this peak, Jebel Nebo, and he was going to show him the Holy Land. Moses himself was not allowed to enter, and it's here that he died. On a clear day, you can see Jericho, Jerusalem, and even Bethlehem from this spot. Nestled amongst the hills of Gilead, and positioned on ancient trade routes, lies Anjara. History says that Jesus, his disciples, and his mother Mary passed by this way and slept in a cave near here, on a journey between the cities of the Decapolis and the Sea of Galilee. Now it's become a Christian pilgrimage site, and people from all over the world flock here as they seek to continue to walk in the footsteps of Jesus. The concept of Gilead as a land of peace, luxury, and refuge is spread throughout the Old Testament. The prophet Jeremiah spoke of the balm of Gilead, a phrase used in Christian songs and sermons. When we hear the name Jordan, we don't often think of rolling, tree-covered hills like we find here in ancient Gilead. This is Tishbe, birthplace of the prophet Elijah. Elijah is remembered for calling down fire from the sky, for raising the dead, and for being taken up in a whirlwind. He's amongst the most important prophets in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Being here in this place, surrounded by these ancient churches, is quite an experience. The Holy Land is a tiny section of the world, but it has left an indelible mark on us all. It continues to be a source of inspiration for the faithful. Palace, perched high atop this hill near the Dead Sea. This is where John the Baptist was beheaded. The Bible says that John had spoken out publicly against Herod, so Herod had him imprisoned. During a birthday celebration for Herod, his stepdaughter danced for him and his guests, and Herod was so pleased that he said, "Ask for anything you wish, and I'll give it to you." What was her request? The head of John the Baptist. So reluctantly, Herod sent his executioners to the jail, and they brought him John's head here on this spot. The land of modern Jordan has been the site of significant events in the history of Christianity, spreading across centuries throughout the Old and New Testaments. This religious significance continues to draw pilgrims. These locations we have visited are just a sample of the immense biblical history to be found in Jordan.